Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another store review. With me in the hot seat or the beach chair, as we will, is Diandrea. How are you?
All righty. Doing good. How are you?
There we go. There's my little graphic for Beachcomber store review. I'm good. I'm good. Now, I'm excited because you have the smallest store that I've ever done. I went from someone who had 1,000 a couple of weeks ago to you who has 20, which is no big deal, but it made it easier for me to look through your whole store.
Okay.
It takes a long time to look through 1,000 items.
Yes, it does.
And not so much for 20, but it's a good start. And that's what we're talking about tonight. Good to see everybody. Oh, my mom's already in love with your little doggy.
Oh, that's Mr. Hank.
What's happening, Hank? Oh, yes. Hello, buddy. Look at those eyes. How are you, buddy? All right. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Let me get my graphics all set up. Boom and shaboom. And there we go. Okay. So you do, even though you have a little items so far, you do have a store and you have a generic picture here. So until you actually have some artwork commissioned, go borrow something that gives the feel of what your store is.
Okay.
And there's two graphics you want. You want your avatar graphic and you want your top graphic. For instance, there's mine.
Right.
So really paints a picture. So,
okay.
If you have a theme to your store, although I sell well more than tiki and music and pug thing every once in a while, but that's just my brand and my name. And so that's the graphic I went with.
I want to change my name, but I'm scared after what Debbie said.
Wait, what did Debbie say?
About like you might get less traffic or not might get as many sales.
Well, you don't have much traffic or sales yet. So
right.
Now would be the ideal time. Don't list 1,000 things and then change it. If you want to change it, I would absolutely do it right now. So if you've got some new idea, go for it. Yep. I mean, over the years, I think this is my 5th name. I won't change it ever again. But as the years went on, I'm like, yeah, I don't like that name no more.
Okay.
Plus, also, I changed it back in time before social media. So now I am, Tiki Pug music is everywhere.
Right.
So change it back then. But yeah, you're fresh. Your store is small. So now's a good time to get it changed.
Okay. I'll do it then.
All right. Let me get my notes up. Where are my notes? There's my notes. All right. Here we go. And all right. So yeah, I have no notes on this one. That's rare. I couldn't find really any notes to give other than we're going to talk about your pictures a little bit more. So we're going to zoom in a little bit on those pictures. Okay. You have a little extra space left in that title. So you got like a Batman cat and a Statue of Liberty cat. So you could bump in some more keywords into your title. But yeah, everything else kind of checked out pretty good on this one. So well done. And what I want to give you a big old well done on is you used the barcode to bring up the item. So good job.
Yes.
Yeah, because when you see this, be the first to write a review, that means the person, in this case you, use the barcode to pull up the catalog item. So you're doing exactly what you should be doing. So well done.
Okay.
Well done. All right. Okay, chat. What important words is she missing from the title? And by the way, I wrote Christmas for sure. And there's one other super duper important word.
Huh.
But Christmas is right. Yep. And you have, I already know this because I have it ready to go. Boom. Thank you, Dixie. Claus.
Claus. Okay.
If you're looking for something from Santa Claus and you don't have Claus, yours will never be seen.
Okay.
But before we get to any other part of this, let's look at your title. You left 29 empty spaces. Your title should never have. Now watch this. Want to watch some magic? Okay, yes. Let's put in Claus. Let's put in Christmas. And then let's put in Kris Kringle. Oh my God, no spaces left. That's how you work your titles. You've got to think of the other terms that people could be using. Now, we could get rid of Kris Kringle and we could put in Merry Christmas and we'd still have 6 left. So we could be, something else. But that's how you definitely want to maximize the words because this is definitely that case of hat or cap. Now, most of us call him Santa Claus, but when I was a kid, Kris Kringle used to visit us in the week leading up to Santa Claus. So for some reason, my mom taught us that Kris Kringle was someone different than Santa Claus, and he would bring presents in our slipper. So we'd put our slippers out for a week, and we would get extra bonus little presents. So, yeah. So, like, yeah, we could go. Yeah, good idea. Holiday. Oh, don't fit. But yeah, so you definitely want to maximize your titles. All right. So let's get rid of that. I don't want to accidentally list something I don't have. Okay. How tall are these salt and pepper shakers? Let's read it in your description. Oh, it's not there.
Oh, it's not there, probably.
Measurements on almost everything. Now, the things we don't need measurements on. A CD, because they're all the same. Okay. Records, you kind of need it because you're looking at a 7-inch or a 12-inch, but a cassette, they're all the same. Those kind of things do not need measurements, but things like a salt and pepper shaker. Now, I don't have the picture handy, but someone last night, I was showing my admins, someone did this next to a tiki mug to show how tall it is. And I'm like, how do we know what size your hand is? Is your hand my wife who's 5 foot? Or is your hand Andre the Giant, which is a dude who's 7'5"? So your hand is never a length of measurement. Ever, 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 ever. So inches and centimeters. Okay. I don't know what this is a first. Are you afraid of shipping first class domestic?
What is that?
Everything that you have, there is nothing that ships first class. Nothing. And you have a lot of things that weigh under a pound, like these salt and pepper shakers. That's why I had to weigh them. They weigh 10 ounces. Little cardboard, throw it in a padded mailer, boom, it's still under a pound. You don't have first class for any of your light things.
First class. Okay. That's where I've been kind of confused. That and the international shipping. I went and changed some of them, but then I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave them so he can tell me.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about it on this one right here. Okay. So when packaged, let's call this 1 pound. So you could definitely do it for $5.99 first class domestic. Now, I charge $17.99 for 1 pound to Canada and $24.99 to the rest of the world. So let's look at your Canada first.
That's where I'm confused how to get that.
Okay, you have $35. You know what it actually costs to ship through pirate ship? $10.49. You are charging triple what it actually costs.
And I didn't put that in there like that.
Okay, well, you must be doing calculated shipping. You want to be doing flat rate. You want to look at the chart in the Secret Beach and just follow it.
Okay.
It has all the weights. So pound, 2 pound, 3 pound, 4 pound, because no one will buy this from you in Canada.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
And then if we look at the rest of the world, so I always pop over to United Kingdom because it's right next to the United States. That's quick to go back. $39 when it actually only costs $15.49. Now, don't ever charge what it actually costs. Your time is worth the money. Plus, if I charge $24.99 because the actual retail rate is $26.99, that's still a couple bucks under, and that's still half price of what global shipping will charge. Okay. So, yeah, let's look at that. See, Dixie's got the taped to her desk.
Yeah, I have it in my phone, but is there like a tutorial or is there something in those videos in the Secret Beach? Because I need, obviously.
Kevin, those are mostly African countries, and they've all been excluded. And no one has internet or buys from Africa for the most part anyway. So like Cameroon, Cayman Islands, I don't know why, Bahamas. But for the most part, those are countries that just are excluded. But yeah, some of them like Cayman Islands, French Polynesia. Although I never get any orders from the Cayman Islands, but I could. All right, yeah. So we got to get your international fixed up for sure. All right. So along the same lines, you got your Santa Claus train. So no Claus, no Christmas. Right. Now, this is a salt and pepper shaker. You don't need to waste any space in your title with 2-piece. That's kind of redundant. That's like saying T-shirt, both sleeves.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a redundant thing because you wouldn't say deck of cards all 52 because, of course, it should have the 52. You know, a salt and a pepper. There are few that are 1 piece. The salt comes out one end. I had a dachshund that the salt came out the head and the pepper came out the butt. But that's the uncommon. Common for a salt and pepper is 1, 2. Okay.
Okay.
No, I have not changed the chart. And why not? All right, class, why have I not changed the chart on the shipping rate? Does anyone know, since Jersey Jane has asked us? Yes, correct, Brian. He will never make a sale to a Nigerian brand. All right, so we'll see if the class can answer why we didn't change the chart, but we'll get back to that. What is going on with your picture? Look how tiny it is.
That's just me and my little box thing that, like it's a actual, what do you call that thing? I don't know,
Okay,
studio.
so you are using the background remover, which I absolutely hate. So let's look at your actual picture. Why is there so much wasted space? Get in on your item.
Oh, get in on it. Okay. I was gonna say I didn't put that little white thing around it because I try not to use that based on.
See, you did the background remover. Look how tiny this picture is.
I don't remember clicking that, and I just added that yesterday. I see what you're saying.
You have a couple. We're gonna yes. Okay. Pirate ship hasn't increased, and it actually went down. So you missed the announcement, Jane. All pirate ship rates went down 46 cents. So not only are we not changing the table, we're all getting an additional 50 cents in our pocket every single
I remember that post.
Okay, so your pictures, when I take pictures on my Apple 12 Pro Max, Pro Max, my photos are 3,000 by 3,000. Okay. The minimum is 500 by 500, and a lot of times 1,000 by 1,000 is okay. This little space here is actually 700 by 300. It's tiny. Okay, so two things. A, you got to get up on your items. Now, what are you taking pictures with, camera or phone?
Phone.
And what kind of phone?
I have the iPhone 6.
Okay, so you have a very old iPhone. And I don't know the quality of the pictures, but and I can't remember back to the 6, so I do apologize. Does it have a square setting on the pictures?
Let me see.
So I can show you where it is on the 12, just for an example.
I thought that I did have square. Yeah, okay. I have square on this.
Okay, so you got to set up the square because you're taking rectangular photos. Now, first, set up the square. Second, get up on your item. Get right up on it.
Okay.
And third, you have this textured background, okay? You want a plain, simple background because this textured background is taking up a lot of pixels.
Okay, so when you say plain background, like maybe get a green.
So here, let me show you. I'll go back to mine real quick.
I try to look at yours every now and then. You have like a sheet or something, like gray, right?
Yep. So let me go. I'll put all my orders from today. Come on. All right. So we just listed this shirt a couple days ago and it sold. Okay, it's just a plain gray background.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So it is eating up some pixels, but because yours is textured, I really don't know how to explain this. Because yours is textured, so many more pixels are in that texture.
I get it.
So the focus is not on your product, actually, ended up being on your background.
Okay. All right, it's a piece of fur that I put in there.
Yeah, I got that. It's cute, but yes, make sure that your background doesn't compete with your item.
Okay.
Now, the one time I do go against what I just taught you is when I do my Tiki stuff because I kind of branded me, and I guess I did such a good job. There's like a dozen sellers who have copied me to the T, and so I branded myself. I was the first one to do this, and so I have this kind of tropical, bamboo mattish kind of thing with a little lay in between there. So that's my look. A lot of people copied me, but other than that, everything else is always going to be on a plain, flat background.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, we weren't talking domestic, Jane. The chart is just international. So domestic's a whole different conversation, but the chart in the Secret Beach is just international first class. All right. Whoops. Okay, back to our train set. Okay. So we got you all fixed up. Now you're going to need better lighting too. We're going to get to that in a second. Okay. On your cupcakes, you see how it's a lot lighter up here? That's a
Uh-huh.
reflection of something, maybe your light.
It's a
Now,
ring light.
so what you need to do, here, I'll use my iPad first. So you took that picture straight up, and then we see this reflection of the light right here. If you lean that back about just that much, goodbye reflection.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
you got when you're taking pictures of something reflective, something sealed is always going to be reflective.
Right.
You've just got to work your angles, and once you hit the angle where you don't see you, your light, your camera, your phone, Hank walking by, once you see no reflection, remember that because that's the angle you always want.
Okay.
So, like my teenager just did a bunch of pictures of vinyl today, vinyl records, and they're very reflective. So she had to learn the angle so she doesn't see her in the record.
Right. I would try to make sure I'm not in it. Like you say,
Yep.
fingers, toes. Like remember that one picture I sent you with some toes in it, and I was like, "What is this?"
Okay, so what is the subject of this puzzle?
Cupcakes.
So why would that be the last word in your title?
I'm a learning. I
Yeah.
know.
So when it's something that's the focal point, that should be number one. If you want to lead with a brand, that's cool, but it should be Eurographics Cupcakes Puzzle.
Okay.
Because the most important part of this puzzle is cupcakes. So don't make it the last word, because when people are on mobile, or those of us who can't see as well are zoomed in on their computer, the end of the title always gets cut off. So if someone's like, I love Eurographics puzzles, I'm going to start searching eBay in general for them. You'll never see the cupcakes because it'll be cut off down at the end.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, tilt it back. Okay. I don't know if this is an eBay glitch or what.
That's an eBay glitch. That is.
Because they would never allow a listing to go through with no pictures. But this listing is there. And I didn't want to tell you about it ahead of time because then everyone fixes their stuff before we get here.
Yeah. So it was doing that to me yesterday.
Don't fix your stuff before the store review, everybody.
It was doing that to me yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, it'll pop up," and then I never went back and looked at it. But those pictures were there. Then they would go, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Now, so now I'm assuming this means it's the dog lab.
Yes. Oh,
okay.
Dog. Okay.
So
got it.
Based on that, you definitely want Labrador also, and you want the word dog too.
Okay. All right.
So to get those in there, you might have to just bump the brand down to item specifics because the brand is not going to be as important as Labrador and dog. Or in your item specifics under subject, you could do Labrador dog.
Okay.
Oh, you got retriever, but the word dog did show up over here. So you might be covered actually. But of course, the big thing is go back and fix your pictures.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to fix the title too. Put dog in there.
Yep. Okay, so on to Seattle. Now, the 12 is in the thing there. You have it here, and you know what that 12 means because you talk about it down here. But I would definitely have it 12th man in your title because I know I can see you got space left in that title.
Right.
So for those you don't know, there are 11 players on the field at one time for the football team. The 12th man is the fans, and it's a big deal in Seattle. I mean, the 12th man is always the fans, but they've made it a thing in Seattle. So you definitely want that in your title. Now, this is another thing that I can't imagine it weighs too much, but everything you have is expedited shipping.
Okay, I need to change that.
Yep.
Okay.
Because you're going to skip. Now, you can have that as an option. So first class and then expedited. You can have that as an option. But for sure, make sure the things that weigh under a pound, you use your first class.
Okay.
Because most of the stuff you have, we haven't seen anything rare yet. When things are rare, you can charge a little bit more for shipping if you're the only one that owns it. But Seattle car flags, you're not the only one for sure. So you want to stay competitive. Oh, and good job, 60-day returns. Well done.
Yes, I learned that from you. I was like, oh, everything's 60, 60, 60.
Well done.
I try to learn some things.
Well done. Okay. Actually, I had nothing much to say about that. So I was looking for something, and then I found nothing. Oh, okay. Actually, I did.
Background.
Yes. See how much space is around that? Now watch this. I cropped it. Boom. Look at that.
Right.
Just like that. So that's how it should be. Square it up and take your square picture, and then boom, your focal point is there, and you're not wasting all these pixels on your background.
Okay.
And especially when you got a product that's actually already square, those are easy. You start to learn how to do long things. You get a little more complicated. Like if you were to do this letter opener, you don't want to do this or this because it looks real skinny. You want to do this corner to corner.
Okay.
For your first shot, just to fill your square.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh,
okay. Right. What keyword is missing from this title?
Let me see. I think Harley Davidson biker plush bear black.
And that's for the chat. So chat, feel free to jump in. I mean, for you too, if you can figure it out before they do.
I try to use all my lettering. Let's see what they say. Teddy. She says Teddy.
Teddy. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, any bear is a teddy bear. And so the customers who search teddy bear, yours will not show up. So if you can't fit it in the title, get in the item specifics for sure.
Okay.
Oh, and see, again, this was the background removal. And again, we have all this. Oops. Let me back that up a little bit. All this wasted space around it, get up close on it. Now, I want to see the tag. Okay, eBay, what's going on?
There's no tag for it. Oh, you mean like the little tag?
Oh, there is. Now, okay, let me ask you this on this one. And you didn't do this on any other one. This picture, and this picture, and this picture, and this picture, and this picture are all the same picture, basically. They are different photos, but they're just the straight on shot 5 times.
Gotcha.
So definitely don't need all that.
Isn't there one where it's turned around?
Oh wait, six straight ons. Okay, now we got a side, 2 sides, a back, the other side. Now, yes, I want to see this tag right here. Oh, look, there's 2 tags. You definitely want to take close-ups of your tags, especially when they're a good brand like a Harley Davidson.
Okay.
To show it's legit. Okay. But yeah, don't waste. I mean, you took 6 of the same shot. Don't do that. Don't waste your time. Take the other angles and move on. Don't get bogged down and feeling you need to fill all the pictures up because some things you just don't need it.
Okay.
Now on this one, you say new with tags.
It is.
Oh, I see it now. It's up there. Yeah. Again, you got to have a good shot of the tag for the size because that kind of helps you too. And a good shot of the new with tag. So we can kind of see it up here, but it ain't going to be all that readable.
Okay.
So get a shot of the actual tag. Let me back up here real quick. And I'll check my. I don't often check my assistants anymore because they both know what they're doing. But let's see how they did. We'll grab this Talbot's 2-piece and see if there's good pictures of the tags. There it is. Nice and straight on. You can read it. You can see it's legit Talbots. You can see it's 16. And then if there was a new tag, we would definitely have a close up. If there's and there's the extra buttons. There we go. So same kind of thing. So make sure that you can show it.
Okay. Like my rain spooner. I think I have that in there.
Yeah, we're going to get to that one. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize that. Let me back up to our teddy bear. Plush is there. But stuffed animal would be good because you're not even in the stuffed animal category, which is fine. You're in the collectible Harley Davidson categories. That's fine. But you would definitely want to add stuffed animal because that's kind of like a hat and cap. Do you call it a plush or a stuffed animal? Kind of depends where you grow up. Okay.
All right.
And so you got plush in here. So I would work in stuffed animal down here. See, you got hardly any item specifics. So we could fit a lot of things in down here too. So use those, add a custom item specific, and then get your bonus keywords in there.
Okay.
And so Christmas story, Ralphie. Yep, good job on all the keywords. Okay, see this background removal? This looks ridiculous to me. That's why I don't like the background removal tool. I just don't like it. It makes it feel weird and funky because here's the actual shot. Okay, that's fine, but this to me just looks so weird. It's just kind of like, okay.
Good question. So is 75 too much for a new, like a, what do you call it, a form?
Well, if you're buying new, no, forms are not cheap.
Okay.
I actually shop at there's basically a mannequin world here in Vegas. And so I can get every shape, size, and I go into the scratch and dent from time to time. But yeah, brand new. The new ones are, a couple $100 a piece. They are not cheap. So if you get to find a decent one, now Craigslist is a good place to find them, Facebook Marketplace, and anytime a store is going out of business that has clothes, they're always going to be selling all them.
Christopher and Banks is going out of business, and I was walking by, and I just went to go look at the clothes, and I'm like, what? And so then I saw it, and I was like, I better not pass this up. So I just bought like a one.
Good catch, Dixie. Ralphie is IE, not Y.
Oh, all right. I'll be fixing that.
Yes. and that's why I love having a live audience, because you guys catch some things I missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the deal. When we had our big downturn in our economy 10, 12 years ago, I was shopping at the scratch and dent section at this little tiny storefront of rental mannequins, because what happens is all these shows come into Vegas and they need a mannequin in their booth for 3 days to wear their uniform, and they never need a mannequin again, so they just rent one. I'm like, genius business. And when the Hard Rock wanted to make a new display, they would call her. So as most people were out of business, hurting bad, I watched this woman go from this tiny storefront that was like maybe 20 by 20 to a gigantic warehouse. I have shopped in 3 different locations, and she keeps building her business. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm like, you got to think outside the box sometimes. She did, and she did well for herself. Okay. So again, this bra weighs absolutely nothing, and the only option is $775 for a priority.
Yep. So change it to the
especially this one has no underwire, so that means you can just chuck this sucker in a poly mailer and away it goes. This will weigh like 4 or 5 ounces at the tops.
Right. So that comment that I said to you about shipping one time, that was because you had said, if you can put it in a box and throw it across the room, it doesn't break. There you go. So I always make sure I'm padding stuff up. Not this, of course, but
Now, oops. Go ahead. Now this one still has global shipping. So this bra is costing internationally $21 to ship. Plus, they're going to pay about $15 to $20 duties on top of it. So they're going to end up paying $40 for this little tiny bra, basically. So keep that in mind. That's why we want to do it everything direct. Plus, you can make a few bucks and put it in your pocket for every single international package you ship.
And what should I put this as?
This weighs nothing. So you could do what I would do for my bras. Well, for my bras, yeah, too. But my CDs. So it's 0 to 8 ounces is $13.99 Canada, $16.99 the rest of the world, and you'll make like $3 or $4, and you'll still be cheaper than everybody.
But which I like, not international priority.
No, first class. Up to 4 pounds, international first class.
Okay.
Oh, it is absolutely a tiny bra. I sell M's, N's, and O's. A double D? That's tiny. Double D compared to an N? That is very tiny. Plus, I live in Vegas. That is definitely, because also the mannequins we can buy here is the biggest boob mannequins you've ever seen in your life. And she has them all lined up from double D to like K.
Oh, wow.
Because it's Vegas. You need booby mannequins. All right, let's talk about this Rain Spooner shirt. Okay, for those of you who know the Christmas shirts, what's missing from this title? Excuse me a second.
Oh, probably Jimmy Buffett. No?
Oh, no. Now, why did Jimmy Buffett come to your head all of a sudden?
Mele Kalikimaka part.
Oh, well, that's Hawaiian for Merry Christmas. That has nothing to do with Jimmy Buffett. He has sang that song, but yes, that would not be, do not keyword spam. No. Okay, so your first, while we're looking for the, what's missing, let's see who knows. My mom probably should know. Let's look at, National Lampoon. What? What, Elisa? Elisa, are you drinking? National Lampoon? What's happening here?
I think your mom said size.
Size is the second word. You mean the word size, Jane? I never use the word size. Medium is all you need. Christmas is for sure. That's not what I'm looking for. I think it is reverse print. We're going to talk about that in a section. Boom, Julie's got it. The year of the shirt. So great, you got the 50th anniversary. Yes, but they make a shirt every single Christmas. And so when collectors are looking for the one they're missing, they're going to type Rain Spooner, Mele Kalikimaka 2006.
Ah, okay.
And so yours won't come up. Now, if you can't fit in the title, that's fine. The word red doesn't need to be there, although this shirt came in red and blue.
Yeah, I saw the blue one.
Okay. But at least get the 2006 in your item specifics. Get Christmas in your item specifics.
Okay.
Yeah, just medium.
Okay. Yeah, I sold a blue one that was half buttoned down right after Christmas.
Is that what the thinking was? Christmas Vacation, they played that song? Yeah, that would be hell of keyword spamming. I couldn't even figure out why we were going there. Like, what is happening? Yes. Well, so does Bing Crosby. So does the Andrews sisters. And so does a million other people. You don't want to use those at all. And yes, I'm drinking. All right, cool. No problem. All right. Now, the first shot of Hawaiian shirts you want to do. Have I sold any in a while? Let's see. Oh, yeah, actually, I have. Let me find one real quick. I definitely have some interesting clothing sales to share on Thrifty Business this week, so make sure to tune in. All right. Let me back it up here and go Hawaiian. Because when you do the whole shirt, especially when it's a busy shirt like yours, you kind of miss out. Yeah, there we go. So, for instance, here's my rain spooner. See how I crop it in? It's a much bigger picture. You can start to see it. So we go back to your first picture, and it's that. It's too far away. Now, most of us, probably all of us, are watching on monitors right now. Not as bad. What you're aiming for is the 50% of the sales that happen on this little thing. And when I say little, you have a little one. So think about it. You're walking a 6, which is small, and now they made the new 12s tiny. So my wife's gone back to a small phone. So plenty of people have small phones. So you've got to bring some cropping into things and get closer so people on phones can see it a little bit better.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, timeless. I wasn't even thinking about that. So one thing Google taught us at eBay Open on clothing for sure, in the title, they want men's or women's or kids. I don't know so much kid stuff. Has nothing to do with the eBay search. It has to do with Google. So if someone goes to Google and says, hey, I'm looking for that men's rain spooner, if it isn't in your title, you will not come up in the Google search. And so you want to. Whatever Google says, you want to really listen to.
Okay.
And so clothes, for sure, you got to work in men's and women's. I didn't used to. But when they said that, I'm like, all right, I'm on it. I don't want to lose any set of eyes that are looking for the thing I have.
Okay.
Now, you had measurements on a few things. You didn't have them on salt, pepper shakers. You had them on a few other things. Of all places you need measurements, clothing is 100% a must.
Okay.
Because how do we know if this is shrank?
Okay.
Say I got the 2005. Plus, companies change the cut of their clothes throughout the years too.
Right.
And so you always want, especially on a men's shirt, you just really need length and width.
Okay.
And you want it in inches and centimeters because you are awesomely selling internationally. We're going to get all that tightened up, but we're the only fools that use inches. So you don't want your international customers to have to go figure out a conversion chart because they'll leave. They'll go find someone else. So you want to put it right there. Chest is 23 inches, and that's 82 centimeters or whatever it is.
Okay.
Put it right there. That way, they don't have to leave. Anytime someone has to leave to figure out something, they probably aren't coming back.
Okay.
But yes, I think this is reverse print. They normally are, but I don't have a good enough shot inside the shirt.
Okay.
So reverse print are brighter on the inside and more muted on the outside.
And it looks like it is. I can't grab it right this.
I think it is. Yeah, I meant to ask you that. And these shirts almost always are. So that's definitely a important keyword.
Okay.
That you want.
It's probably when I take those pictures, it's probably going to be on a model now because I have a new model.
Nice.
The hanger.
And again, this can be first class. You only have the priority mail option.
Okay.
All right, let's end up with your.
Oh, those.
Yes, your oldest 3. Okay, so this is your opening shot for pajama pants.
Okay.
So we want to rework all these things. So I would absolutely end them in a relist if you still want to sell them, but you're going to redo these. Obviously, this should not be your opening shot.
Okay.
This should be, for sure.
Okay.
And capitalize the first letter of each word. And fleece pants is great, but definitely get the word, because you've got space up here, get the word pajamas and PJs in your title too.
Okay.
Because one of those things too is, how do people look for things? Fleece pants, some people; pajamas, some people; PJs, some people. So that's the kind of product where you want to catch them all.
Okay.
Catch them all. Definitely want waist measurement and inseam.
Okay.
See, I'm a freak, and my height is in my torso, but I know what my inseam is, because most inseams are even 32 inch, 34 inch. I'm really like a 33. So I tend to go to 34s because I'd rather have them too long than too short. Too short, I feel like a total nerd. Okay.
Right.
So I want to look. If I'm buying a shirt, I know my length I like, and I know my inseam I like. If I don't see it, I just move on to the next seller.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Plaid would be a good term. Yep. Good job, everybody.
All right.
Yep. Plaid is a good term. Okay. And again, get your first class up there. It'll help make those more attractive.
Okay.
Okay. For some reason, you thought the back should be the first photo. Now, I'm guessing maybe that's an accident you've never noticed.
I don't think I have. Okay.
Now, this is not an exciting shirt, so there isn't a lot to take a picture of to begin with, but let's do the front so we can see and crop it square. So I would take some fresh pictures of this shirt for sure.
Yeah, that was like 3 years ago.
Crop it square right here, because then you'll see the logo on the pocket, and you'll see, if you use a hanger, you'll see this tag. If you use the mannequin, you won't see the tag, but it'll be more attractive that way. And just to show you, though, these shirts aren't big sellers. This is the last year. There's only 4 that sold, and there's like 20 listed. So to me, that says, I'd probably take this down.
Yes.
Don't bother with it, because Quicksilver is a fine brand, but this Golf Cove shirt is so plain and boring. Not everyone, but wait, I get, not everyone wants to be flashy and fancy, but 4 sales a year tells me it's not worth my time.
Or put it on another platform. Maybe it'll sell somewhere else.
Absolutely, you can try another platform for sure. All right, and then
Hands in the thing. This one's taken a few years ago too.
Yeah. Now this is a tricky thing to take pictures of. Come on, eBay.
Oh.
Okay, that's your opening photo.
Okay.
Obviously, you want an opening photo of the whole thing.
Right.
And I get it why your hand's in this one, because this would be tricky to open this without your hand being in it. So that's
I'm gonna get something different though. I'll maneuver some tools around or something.
Okay.
Not tools, but
Now, if you have a mannequin with articulated hands, I have those, and I would put it where my mannequin's holding it. Not everybody has that, but that's just kind of thinking outside the box.
That store had one. It had a full one with hands, and I might just go get it.
Yeah. Now, you said this is green. I can kind of see it here now, but it would look really dark on some phones, some monitors, and they might not even catch it was green. So a little bit better lighting too,
Okay.
I think will be beneficial to you.
Okay.
But I think you've said you've picked up a ring light, so that'll be good.
Yeah, I did.
And is this really worth $60?
Probably not. I could probably go down to like 30.
Yeah. So yeah, I would revisit that. So fresh pictures.
It's got a tag on it. I forget what the tag is, but that was, like I said, a few years ago. So, I'll definitely change it up. There it is.
God dang, that was $90?
I didn't. Yeah, it was at. I found it at like Goodwill, and I swear I only paid like $4.99 for it.
Who would pay $90 for this?
For Fossil, yeah. I love Fossil, but
I do too. But I'm like $90.
I know.
Well, this better come clean my dishes for $90. Ann said she used a wooden clothespin. Adjustable iPad stand is something I use. And funny, I have a couple of different stands like that. And the teenager lost one. She goes, "Hey, where's the clear one for records?" I go, "You're in charge of the photo studio. You tell me, where'd you put it?" And she goes,
I was going to ask you about iPads or about CD stands, but I'm going to make one because I do like resin stuff. So
Okay.
and then I'm going to send you. That's private though. I'll send you a picture. Ask you your thoughts on it.
It does have offer on here, Julie. See, make offer. It's there.
Yeah, I always try to make sure I have that.
Yeah, it could be one of those, it's always on sale at the fossil store, but they started at 90. Yep.
Right.
Yep. So all good suggestions, everybody. Good comments. Absolutely, it is a team effort to help each one of us
Hmm.
be better. And I think you got a good start. Now, I said, what other platforms are you on? And you said, oh, I'm signed up. I'm not on there yet. So go over the things we talked about tonight. Fix up your shipping. Fix up some of these pictures. Excuse me. Going forward, you'll be rocking and rolling. And then let's shoot for, because we are going to start revisiting people, and we'll do those like quickies. These usually run about 45 minutes. The revisits will do about 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Excuse me. Sheesh. When we revisit, let's shoot for, all right, let's have a couple things on Macari or Etsy or whatever else you're signed up for. Let's try and get, what the hell? Let's try and help and get a couple things on each platform so you can start to get the feel for it. And I'm actually been deficient. We had a great Christmas holiday season, and the office got away from me and my staff. And so now we're trying to get back to clean. And what we were doing was every week we were moving old listings from eBay to other platforms, refreshing titles and pictures, and we got away from that. So we're going to get back to that. We're going to start listing on other platforms and really kick up our workflow onto other platforms, and even cleaning up eBay listings, old Amazon listings. So those are all the things that you should put into your weekly schedule. Anyway, so let's shoot for that. And
Okay.
when we revisit, we can then pop into your other stores to look at, a couple things on Macari or Etsy or whatever else you
I've
want to
got
sell.
like everything on my phone there. I've started because I listened to, the show, and I'm like, okay, put Depop. I've got Facebook Marketplace, and that's where I'm changing the name. So I'm going to change it to this one here, and stuff like that. So anyway, but
Now,
I love all the feedback and stuff.
I don't know everyone's pocketbook. Don't want to know. But you are on such an old phone. If you can afford moving up, it would do your whole business wonders. And it can be a write-off as a business tool.
Right.
I'm just telling you, because the pictures are so not good compared to where they're at now.
Maybe an
Okay?
11.
Yeah, so I mean, heck, if you can afford 12, great. If not, 11 would be great. But It's a big leap. You're going to be like, holy crap! Plus, the phones move and work so much quicker that I remember when I had the older iPhones, I would take a picture, the wheel would spin, and then I'd be like, okay, and it's done. Nowadays, it's like boop, 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 boop. So, yes, you're going to be, anytime you're putting out money, I know it hurts, but it's an investment into you and your business. So it's not just a phone for all of us. It is a work tool. We can list on it. We can take pictures. We can research on it. So if you can afford it, get it. And then also, like I said, it's a write-off. I'm not giving tax advice, but I do know it because my bookkeeper and my accountant tell me so. But yes, definitely check with a professional. But you'll be, when I got good lights, better lights, and when I got good camera stands, I get mad at myself that I didn't have them before.
Right.
Like, because even like I have the ceilings for the peanut dispenser.
Oh, yeah, that's so cool.
I ordered it, and it sat in the box for 6 months in the office. And then we finally got it up, and I'm like, oh my God, we waste so much time trying to pour peanuts out. And so once an office tool saves you time, it pays for itself.
Right. Like a label maker.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind, because yes, I get it. It's more comfortable to stay on your 60 because you've had it paid off forever. But when you start to invest in your business and you can then be more productive, it does pay off in the long run. So,
you know what happened? I had the 7 and it died. And I was like, I am not financing a phone, whatever. So then I got the 6 on Amazon. That's been doing, but obviously I need to do something for photos. So I'll do, I'll go upgrade and look at the 11, but I just don't want to finance a phone or pay that high price.
Phones have become such a universal tool from all aspects because, hopefully you're going to take all the classes about flipping music. And when you go out to scan barcodes and stuff, and also if your hand can handle a bigger phone, to be able to read so much more on a screen than a 6 will show will help you too. So that's just tips for everybody. Just invest in tools that will save you time. And I'll tell you, you get angry because you're like, dang, these lights are amazing. Why didn't I have these 2 years ago? Because you realize you were working in the dim situation, or the peanuts, I'm just trying to pour them out of the bag. Sucked.
Yeah.
And then once you get something sweet, you look back and you're like, I was a fool.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Yes, peanuts like Charlie Brown. No, more like packing peanuts.
Right.
All right, but good start, and let's see where you get to. And obviously, I'm here for any help, as is the rest of, as Elisa said, go team, as is the rest of the team in the Secret Beach.
Right. Thank you so much, everyone, and I appreciate just if they go in and comment, that's fine, or send me messages. Anything they think I can help on or work on. No problem.
Yes.
So.
Yes, this chat has gone off the rails. I was watching tonight. Some good talk, but some fun talk in there too. So,
Yep.
Yeah, my mom says you are on the way. We're always here to help. So,
Perfect.
Good job. And I'll be reaching out. I forget who's next on the list, but I'm reaching out to who's next. And we'll be seeing everybody back here again on Monday. So,
all right. Cool.
Thank you, everybody. Have a
All right.
wonderful evening, and I'll see you around the Secret Beach.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.